Hi there, this is a trap in the King's Gambit declined in the dubious Norwalde variation, and it's called the Norwalde nonsense. After e4 and e5, white tries f4 the King's Gambit, and black might try this seldom seen move, queen f6, and this is the Norwalde variation, and its short-sighted idea is to capture the pawn on f4 with the queen. White can play knight f3 and allow black to continue with his myopic intentions, and after queen takes on f4, white can first play knight c3, securing the e4 pawn, and if black tries to undermine the defense of the e4 pawn with bishop to b4, white can continue aggressively rather than playing d3, bishop c4, eyeing that f7 pawn, and if black then takes on c3, rather than immediately recapture the piece, as is the natural move of youngsters especially, which perhaps might allow queen takes on e4, white does better to first castle, and now the rook and the bishop are both bearing down on that f7 pawn, and white will get his piece back with interest a little bit later. And if black then chooses to try and run with his extra piece, which is the bishop on c3, for example bishop b4, then d4 is coming, releasing the c1 bishop, hitting the queen. And if the queen were to move to either g4 or to take on e4, let's have a look at taking on e4, then white has this offensive resource, bishop takes on f7 check, because if now king takes on f7, knight g5 is going to fork the king and the queen, and that's winning for white. So after bishop takes f7, the king is going to slip over, say, to d8. White is winning here in all variations, but let's just take a look at one of them. Bishop takes g8 looks correct, and after rook takes g8, now bishop g5 check. If the bishop drops back from b4, then bishop takes, king takes, and knight takes on e5, eyeing the f7 square. If black or to try d6 here, then white is winning after rook e1, with unstoppable pressure now on the e file. And if black goes for a swap of rooks with rook f8, white's going to be winning after rook takes on f8, king takes on f8, and queen f1 check, and white is winning. So this has been a trap called the Norwalde nonsense in the King's Gambit declined. Hope you found it useful, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.